All right, on today's episode of Rubber Down, we're going to go through all the amazing racing that has been happening in America with High Limit, World of Outlaws, the Pennsylvania scene, and even some of the California scene has really picked up. All right, Binny Man, let's get straight into it. High Limit has been, once again, it feels like the place to watch racing. Now, there's a lot of, I would say, drama happening or tight race. You wouldn't say drama, but there was a bit this week. The big moments were obviously Lawrenceburg and Butler Speedway. But, Aaron Reutzel has been on this absolutely amazing streak. And then we get to Lawrenceburg where Thorson and him are racing for the lead and boom, take each other out. Well, Thorson even went on his Twitter and said, oh, yeah, that's my fault, whatever, and then it just happened to be Rico Abreu goes on, which he already was leading. Oh, sorry, they weren't racing for the lead. They're racing second and third, but Rico was already leading. But it just happened to be the wrong guy on that night to win for those two guys. So, yeah, Rico's really just, cap.
Yeah, I think it's coming into that part of the season similar to last year where not finishing races or getting into accidents like that is going to cost you a championship. Like you saw it last year. I think Reutzel and Tyler Courtney were both right up there in the points and then fell right back after, I think it was Eldora, the jackpot race, which sort of changed a few things for a lot of people in the High Limit series. But man, what a cool couple of tracks they raced at over the weekend. Like they were really like badass and like no fence around the outside, just a ditch with a couple of billboards.
Bro, 100%. I mean, Lawrenceburg, they always talk highly of as like, oh yeah, like Lawrenceburg is one of the best tracks in the country. And even like you've seen other people filming from the outside, and I think like for me, the only track that's ever gave me that look is going to Tolma in Australia. Like there's just like even the Plex is big, but it doesn't have this banking like Tolma or the American tracks do. And you can literally, on the live streams, it doesn't do it justice, but when they're ripping in and you see them like full up there like that, and some of the stuff, we'll talk about it. Obviously, the Reutzel and Thorson incident was massive, like, implications in the series points. But the man, Kyle Larson, what the heck was that, man? Went to the rear twice, I think. And then that last lap, he passes like 3 cars, like they're standing still to get second. Like, talk about a showman. And I know he's not doing as many races now with NASCAR, and he's, obviously spending more time with his kids racing, which is badass. But, man, I just honestly think we will never see Kyle Larson do a full year in a national series because, like, I think it would be scary watching him every night in a sprint car. If he does that out of the seat, what he did the other night, man, like, full-time Kyle Larson sprint car would be gnarly.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed was after talking to drivers throughout this year and, like, when they do have big fields at certain tracks, when they've got 28-car fields and you've got some slower guys at the back, no disrespect to those guys, but the slower guys, the guys that are still learning the car, and people like Kyle Larson coming up on them, like, I don't know how he does it sitting in that seat because they would be coming up so quick you wouldn't know which way to dart. So, absolute freak, and I'd love to see him full time in a series, but I think he'll stick to NASCAR for as long as he can.
Well, that's true. That is a thing, and I think here, like you said, it is no disrespect, but when there's like class here and class there, like the lap times are scary, and then like the decisions, like turning left and right, when a guy's committed to the top, just those little changes like a slower driver does can really impact a fast guy. But I don't know. I feel like in America, I just feel like it's evened out because they get, it doesn't matter if they're not a top driver, dude, they get to race a shit ton more races yearly anyway. So a guy that's not as good in America has still had 3 more seasons here than someone starting out straight away. In there, like if you wanted to travel and go first year running a sprint car in America, let's say you start in March to November, you know, like you can still do, if you're a rookie here, that's probably like 60 races for you if you wanted to versus 20 here. So, like, you know, you're going to get up to speed. And that's why I honestly feel in America there are no such, like, separation in skillness. You know, like, obviously we know the best teams are the best teams. But then, like, for example, this weekend in Pennsylvania, like, I felt like it was a great bunch of guys at Williams Grove and Lincoln, sorry. But then the other guys who, you know, choose to race and still want to win, they went to Lernerville. There was a West PA Speedway. Yes, it's 5 hours out of the way, but like there's some hardcore locals there, and it's probably not as a chaotic, fast guy field. No disrespect to those guys, but like I'm saying, like if you were at Lincoln, like that was the standard top PA guys were at Lincoln and Williams Grove, you know, so. Yeah, it's just we'll get back before we get to PA, but we'll stay on the high limit trend. Yeah, massive points over the last few weeks. Do you have the points updates before we move on to the Outlaws and that from the high limit?
Yeah, so out in front is still Aaron Reutzel on 1,012 points. 11 points back, you got Rico Abreu. Gio Selzy in third, 79 points back. Tanner Thorson, 79 points back. Tyler Courtney, 118 points back. Justin Peck, Kerry Madsen, Brent Marks, Cy Lynch, Tanner Holmes. So that's your top 10.
See, perfect example there, right? Reutzel DNFs with Thorson at Lawrenceburg. Then he goes back out and he wins at Butler in very good fashion. But again, Rico finishes like 11th. Right, so it's like has been Rico's year. It's either the man or like mid-pack for him, right? And he had the lead going into Lawrenceburg by about 15 points because of that DNF. But then with an 11th, that hurt him. You know, so like we talk about, you know, these guys that are consistent top 5 guys that I think are really going to be hard to beat in this series. Like Rico will get a lot of wins this year. We know that. But it's those like nights where like he had a great week in Eldora. He won all top 3, right? Perfect. But I feel like that's Aaron Reutzel right now. It's a win or it's a top 3. And that's even when he goes and races Outlaws now. Like Aaron Reutzel's the guy to beat all the time now. They've just got their stuff together. He even said they were down to a chassis, had to rebuild a whole new car. Like that was a long ass day for them, and then they sent it and won. So Brent Marks, that was a much needed performance at Lawrenceburg with the second, started 4th. Tyler Courtney, that's good to see him at the front again. Cy Lynch, a great night. Zane DeVault, great result for him, up 4 spots. Justin Peck, again, top 10, but he hasn't been pushing the front as of yet. And great result for Tanner Holmes, the 7th in the 13th. So it was a really good top 10. You know, Denny Sams was in there, Chase Randall, and Brennan Crouch. So a lot of guys missed out on that top 10, like Rico, Jerry Selzy, Kerry Madsen, Dason Pursley, Parker Price Miller, Tanner Thorson DNF'd again. So, you know, there's big implications there, and just a lot of money on the line, man. Like again, we're coming into this period where there's a lot of speed weeks coming up. I'm not sure if the high limit inject themselves in those speed weeks or the Outlaws sort of stay and do their own thing. But yeah, it's just it does feel like it's the 87th year if he keeps going on with it.
Yeah, I think he's carrying good form across into the US season. Like he finished his Australian season really well. Like he got the classic win, and it's just really well. He hasn't stopped racing since he went through the injury mid last year. He's pretty much not stopped racing. So, yeah, I think that seat time's really paying off for him, and I hope that for him and the team, it's going to be a championship that they take home, because I think he's worked his butt off for it. And I'm sure it's not just him behind the seat. It's probably the whole team working their butt off, long nights, long weekends, a lot of time away from their families. So, yeah, really cool. And I think High Limits Championship is a lot tighter than Outlaws at the moment, which is good to see. I hope that both series can get a bit tighter.
It's not that the racing isn't great at both. It's just David Gravel's consistency is out of this world. And that's why he's the top guy in the country. I'll still say it, right? When you say consistency, like that mofo never DNFs, like nothing, right? And the other night, before we get there, yeah, we'll wrap up High Limit because, man, the Outlaws did have a banging show. I feel like the Outlaws racing at these bull rings is amazing, the talent they have. But before we finish off, the High Limit is cracking this next week, right? So we got Davenport, which is literally, if you're listening today or it's just been, then we got June 3rd, Red City Speedway, June 4th, Gondik Law Speedway. That's literally a name. I didn't try and botch that. It's Gondik. I don't know how else you would say it. It's literally spelled Gondik. Relax. Gondik Law Speedway, which is a midweek series, money on the line for the next two. Then I-94 Speedway on June 5th. June 6th is Dakota Speedway. June 9th is Eagle Raceway. And June 11th is Shelby County Speedway. So it's literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could call that's like a speed week for High Limit. They're going nearly every night. There's a 2-night break and then a 1-night break. So 1-night break, then it's like 4 straight. So hopefully we don't get rainouts and we have some banging racing, because this will like maybe separate the series, or we might see some lead changes again depending on results. Now, I haven't heard much about these tracks besides Eagle. Eagle always puts on a killer show. So, yeah, and then they race later in the month, but they have a big 2-week break. So I'm surprised if there's not like maybe some really cool races around here in June. So there might be like Ohio Speed Week, I reckon they might fall into there. So we've been seeing some cool names there. But yeah, that's really High Limit. Let's get straight into the Outlaws now. The World of Outlaws, the other day I was watching this race, and I tell you what, when it goes to these bull rings, the two boys I look at are the MACEDO brothers. They put on a show at these bull rings. I know it's the California background and all that type of stuff, but man, when it's like Cole MACEDO, I was cheering him on. I'm going, come on, Cole. Come on, send it, brother. Like those bull rings, it's literally like when the cushions build up, you're like, this is a Cole MACEDO track. We see it here in Australia, like at Warrnambool when he starts ripping. You know what I mean? Like, do you know who I'd love to see Cole MACEDO at High Tech World Toowoomba Speedway? Oh, that would be killer. Like, that would be something. I reckon he would just send it there and just be on the fence pedaling. But yeah, so they were supposed to race today. I think, what's today? Yeah, they were supposed to race today at Nordak Speedway. But, yeah, you can't go past really River City Speedway. That just put on a show, man. We've got the top 5 there. It was Carson MACEDO from 9th. Crazy finish. David Gravel, Casey, I always say his name, it's a hard one. Jedrzejak? Is
Desky?
No, it's Casey Jedrzejak. It's very close. I'm botching it. It's just I'm tired, man. Sorry, Casey, but he's in the Bill Rose car. He's a good young driver. Chris Wyndham up 9 spots in 4th. And Sheldon Hordenschild, in 5th. Cole MACEDO was battling Gravel for the lead in 2nd. Fell off the cush in turn 2, and then, he just didn't get that ground back. But the race between, it's like Carson MACEDO and Gravel, like they gave each other so much room in such a tight track. It was just awesome to watch, man. And Carson MACEDO's car just came alive, and he slapped that son bitch home. It was so good. We'll get into the points now, Benny. Gravel, though, still has a 114-point lead over Carson MACEDO. Buddy Coforth in 3rd. 126 behind. Sheldon Hornchild in 4th, 194. Donny Schatz is 5th, 200 behind. And the next best is Logan Schuhart is 270 behind, and all the rest are 400 gone. Like, nowhere near. So the top 5, I would say, even if you say Schuhart there, but yeah, I definitely think something major has to happen for gravel to be caught. Like 110 points is a lot of championship points. I would love to know. I'm going to try to do a bit of research for, me and you and the listeners here. Wonder what, like, are the points worked out the same, or do the points mean different in high limit versus Outlaws? Because I do feel like the high limit structure, it's like more hurtful. It feels like, like we had that lead, like a DNF from Reutzel. Rico has a points lead, and then Reutzel wins, but then Rico finished 11th and he gets the lead taken back off him. Like something there, like in the point system.
Yeah, I wonder if, the Outlaws do points for, like, qualifying and heat racing, or no?
I don't think it's heat racing. I do think it's qualifying, though. Like, I do think you get something for qualifying. I'm have to double check that. If any listener is listening and knows or knows where you can find that information, just send it through on the YouTube or even Spotify comments, just where to see it. Because, like, we love you guys getting involved. And it's just like, you're in the car right now and it's having a yarn. And you'd be like, yeah, Code. Yeah, Binny. But just do it in the comments. And then I'll check it and go, yeah, bruh. But yeah, there's the Outlaws. It's pretty straightforward. The Outlaws at the bullrings, I feel like, is such great racing. When it's the bigger tracks, guys just dominate. I just feel like the bigger teams just slap the other guys. So they're back on June 5th. They got a bit of a run here as well. So June 5th at Hartford Speedway, June 6th Plymouth Dirt Track. I don't even know what speedway is called this. Plymouth Dirt Track Sheboygan Co-Fair. That's not even say speedway or racetrack, whatever.
It must be a fairground of some sort.
Oh, Jesus. And then June 7th, Engel Park Speedway. Then they got 2 nights at Knoxville, June 12th, 13th. Huset's is the big money, the 4 nights there. If I'm not wrong, I think one of the races, they've bumped it to $400,000 to win. Yeah, I think that's what they did. Like, that's insane.
That's the race that they've put the bounty out. If any non-World of Outlaws driver wins, it's an extra 100,000 or something.
Yeah, gnarly.
That's crazy.
So that's like right there. Oh, that's so much money, and like high limit guys aren't going to be there. Well, I don't think so. Didn't we just say they got a packed month?
Yeah.
Or do they have a break? Because if that's so, I'm just going to check here again, because that's... Have you got your stuff up?
No, I don't.
So if I go schedule here, I'm just going to double check here. Nah, man. High limit guys are going to be there. Because high limit goes to June 11th, and then they're back on June 26th.
Yeah, I thought that was the case, because they wouldn't have put that bounty out if they knew they weren't going to go.
And then, yeah, the big races are June 17th through to 20th. So that is going to be massive, guys. What a 4 nights of racing and the talent that's going to be there. So, all right. Here's a random throw there, Binny. Who's your winner of these races? It's hard to go past the guy who's dominated this race, Buddy Cofield. But now high limit guys are going to be there. So who's your pick?
It's hard. It's hard to pick one driver,
especially at a track like that.
Like, yeah, Buddy's good there. Reutzel's form this year has been insane. Rico just steps up for the big moments and always seems to be there and thereabouts. Yeah. I tell you what, if Carson can get his crap together in time trials and in the heat races, he could be up there fighting for it, because, like, I think the last 3 races he's started back but like 10th or beyond and come back through to finish up in the top spot. So yeah, look, I don't like to do it, but I'm going to say gravel, because I just feel like he's just going to stand up and just win and he just sort of stamp his authority on sort of being the best in the country.
Well, I'm going to say, like, we're talking like the big night, yeah, not just one of the nights. So, like, the biggest money race, I'm going to say it's Reutzel because he just wins all the money these days. So, like, if he wins this already, I'm going to say, like, no one catches him this year for winning more money. Because how much he's already won, plus this big paycheck, and he's a bounty if he's a high limit guy. Like, man. And he ran third here last time, started off the front row. But again, Buddy Kofoid came from 7th the other week to win here. So, I mean, you'd be silly not to pick Buddy in the form that they've... Just when a team and a driver like him have their car and setups together, how do you beat that at Huset's?
Yeah. The other thing is, like, do you think the bounty is going to cause some more chaos in the races? Like,
well, I mean, if I'm Aaron Reutzel, I'm absolute. It's like we talk about back home with the high limit and Maddington Toyota. I'm going there, not giving a shit about points. I'm going for as much money. I don't care about David Gravel and Buddy Kofoid and Carson MACEDO. Oh, let's not hurt their points.
Yeah.
But then also, I think the Outlaw guys go, hang on a second, mate, we're racing for a living here. If I drop a few points trying to win 400 grand, or 250 or 300, like, okay, like now let's say Gravel's got a massive lead. If you're Buddy Kofoid in third and the Outlaw points, you're like, well, look, I got to try to win every race right now, so I might as well absolutely send this. So it's not like we're talking 10 points like high limit now, finish. Like, this bounty is crazy, and we know, like, nearly every high limit driver is going to be there. Like, you would not be surprised if we see drivers from all around the country be there. The only thing is, I think we won't see, because Skagit is going up against it. Skagit have a massive weekend there with, like, I think it's they got some crazy money there. Like, I think it's like 126 grand to win, or 226 grand, or something crazy. And I think we've already seen Rico said he's going to Skagit. And I think, like, Justin Peck goes there because his team owner literally owns Skagit. So you'll see some guys there that'll go there. Like, I remember J-Mac last year was there. So he might even... I'm not sure if he's going back for that yet, but I remember he was there this time last year for this type of money. So we may see not as many high-limit guys go to Houston as we think, because Skagit... But, like, remember last Trey Starks won. No other driver won. And he's like a Skagit specialty. So, you definitely think, like, Rico's going there, because I don't think Rico's results at Houston have been that good. But then if you look at, like, Racing the World of Outlaws plus some Houston guys, well, you'd rather go Skagit. And there's really good money there too. I don't know. You think, like, you would think they don't go head-to-head, but they are very different, parts of the country. And, like, I guess, if you're a Skagit team, you're like, heck yeah, it won't be as packed. We've got a really good chance here to win some good money. Yeah. But, Rico Abreu rolls in town. If he gets it right, like, he slaps the best on his best day. So, you know what I mean? So, Rico would definitely be my favourite for there. And, I'm going to say I would love I'm with you. Besides, like, right, so I would love to see someone get that bounty. Like, go there and beat everyone and make bank. Like, that would be just awesome.
I'd love to see, like, one of the local guys that runs there week in, week out win it.
Well, Dane Kingshot's probably going to beat it. Imagine that. Dane just slaps it, gets a goal, and wins 400 grand.
That'd be pretty cool. Considering he got bloody close to winning one of the biggest races over here with all the Yanks over here, so it'd be interesting.
It would be interesting. All right, let's send it to PA now. So, Pennsylvania had a double weekend of their actual Pennsylvania series. It wasn't just local events at Williams Grove. So, it started off at Williams Grove. For me, the track, like watching it during the heat races and features, not a lot of passing. I don't know just what the track was. It was. I did see on, I forget whose Facebook it was, like the tyres were pretty worn at feature time. But Lance always just, when it's on it, at Williams Grove and all that. Like, he's so hard to beat, man. He's won so many races there. So, Lance Louise picked up the win. Chase Dietz third. Denny Dietrich third. Fourth. Yeah, sorry. Botched that. Chase Dietz second. Denny Dietrich third. Brent Shearer fourth. And Troy Wagaman Jr. Fifth. Now, like I said, it wasn't a lot of passing during the night, but some guys moved up spots, like Chase Dietz up 3 spots into second, Denny up 3 spots, and Troy Wagaman up 3 spots. So they made those moves early, and I don't think there was only maybe like 1 or 2 stoppages. But yeah, so it was. I just don't know. Like I think like the Plex, you know, on these big tracks, heat races are pretty much just once they're set in, they're set in. And, like, you know, it is a weird watch on the TV. But, yeah, Justin Little up 4 spots in 10th. So it was a pretty strong PA field. Like, the only guy missing from that would be Macquarie, I would feel. Like, as a local strong PA guys. But, man, Chase Dietz nearly is winning everything. Like, I think he's the most winningest driver in the country right now. Like, out of any sprint car driver, I know it's just Pennsylvania, hasn't really travelled, but it doesn't matter. He's winning. You know, he's right. So, Freddie Raymer didn't have the best night, 20th to 14th, but yeah, everyone else pretty straightforward. And then, of course, some Aussie watch. It was Ryan Newton's first race in America, so that's cool. It's cool to see him back over there in the PA scene. And yeah, so the PA series is like very hard. I feel like it's going to be hard to track down Chase Dietz the way he's on. Like he's literally, it's like. However they're working on that car, it's like it hits mid-race, and then it's like they set the fuel load up, and there's a NOS button on that 23. That just, like, he's just so smooth, and it's like, it's not fair. But he's so good, man. Like, Chase Dietz, like, you know, he's been pretty good to watch, hasn't he?
Yeah, he definitely has. Him and, what's his name? Whenever I watch it, I always hear the name, and I'm like, that's a really cool name. I think his first name's Freddie.
Freddie Raymer, brah. Freddie Raymer. Yeah.
Every time I hear that name, I'm like, hell yeah, that guy's got to be up front. Obviously, I don't get to watch a lot of the PA scene, but from everything I've seen, those guys are there to play, and even when the Outlaws or High Limit or anyone rolls into town, those boys are still up front. And yeah, obviously good to see Ryan back over there and running. I think he got a third the other day.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to jump straight into Lincoln. So it was a 2-nighter, back-to-back, but Williams Grove and Lincoln. And yeah, again, Chase Dietz got the win. So good. Freddie Raymer, your guy, in second. Yeah, and Ryan Newton in third. Troy Wagaman Jr. in fourth. And Cameron Smith up 9 spots in fifth. And Lincoln put on a banger track. Oh, just the feature was so cool. And what it was cool to see was, Rumsey got so unlucky, I thought. He was leading the race. Logan Rumsey, led a lot of the race. And I think they said he jumped the cushion and you could see just right rear went down. So, he has been really good this season, Rumsey. But, yeah, Chase Dietz and Freddie Raymer were racing hard. And it was really good to see Ryan Newton racing Dietz. That's so cool, the PA guy. And he's going neck and neck with him and even, passed him early on and there was a restart. And then, yeah, racing back with Chase Dietz. Dietz got Raymer, and then Rumsey got the tie down and gave Dietz the lead, on the restart, and that was it. So, big movers in the race were Cameron Smith, now in the Jacob Allen 1A, so in the Shark Racing car, up 9 spots in fifth, like I mentioned before. Troy Wagaman up 7 in fourth. Ryan Newton up 4, started 7th. JJ Loss, 17th to 10th, and Ryan Smith was 23rd to 13th. So he was the hard charger there, Ryan Smith, and he's in a 10X car. Normally he's in that 69, that 69 light blue car, Darren Pittman, but he's been running his own one lately at 10X. So, yeah, that was it was a strong PA field, and the track was awesome. It was a really good feature. It's a shame there was a few yellows. I feel like there was a bit there before Rumsey jumped the cush on one of the other restarts, they were like all four of them. It was like Rumsey, Raymer, Dietz, Newton, like all right, like okay, lap traffic's on, let's go. So there was a talking point in the feature which didn't make a lot of sense watching it, and it makes a bit of sense now after reading Denny Dietrich's social media post about it. So Denny, I don't know who he got into or what happened there, but it looked like he had a bit of an issue with the front end of his car, right? Probably early on in the feature, and he rolls off into the pit, like goes to his whatever, like drives all the way down there, and then like whatever they fix it, the yellows are rolling around, and on screen like they're about to go green or whatever, and he drove back out like all good, and you're like, oh, okay, yep, Denny's joining back the end of the field, like what, it looks seamless. Right, they could have probably even went green as he popped out, but they said, okay, but, and on commentary they didn't state this, which was funny for some reason. Like, I didn't know what had happened, but he'd gone off, come back on looking all good, and then they said, okay, we're going to wait one more time and wait for Denny. And then they didn't say anything about this. This is what I didn't know till today. I thought like he just finished at the back because he whatever. But in all that happening, he got DQ'd. Yeah, so this was Denny Dietrich's Facebook post, well, it was a day ago from when we're recording this. He says, communication issues at Lincoln. Didn't allow me to restart tonight. Not one person was telling us or me that we needed to push now. Then they will voluntarily push us after we double-checked things. We could have pushed a few seconds sooner. As I am about to go on the track, they say on the radio 48 is coming on the track. Then proceed to tell me I'm DQ'd on the front straight because the pits were closed. After everything seemed perfectly fine. So they said pits were closed, and for me on the live stream, it looked fine. Like he just came back on, it looked great. So pits were closed after everything seemed perfectly fine. I'm at a loss for words and quite honestly sick of racing. Luck ain't on our side, and it's getting tough to keep doing this shit around here. This isn't just a hobby or something to do in my spare time or any of my crew's spare time, and then limited the comments like straight away. So he just vented that, blah, blah, blah. And then today again on Denny's page, he put up like the points because they put up the PA points. He is third in that series, 70 behind Dietz. He wrote, with professionalism goes points championships. The creators force people to leave the area again. So I'm not sure if that means like he's had enough. We don't want to race in the area anymore because of it, blah, blah, blah. The comments were pretty like, yeah. And I don't know. Watching it, I just was a bit weird that they didn't say this on the radio. They didn't say it on the live stream. Like, oh, and Denny Dietrich's been disqualified for this. Bro, like they kept it so quiet. He rolls on the track. Because obviously the camera's on the leaders. You wouldn't have known he got DQ. They didn't say shit. So that was a really weird situation for me, especially like Denny Dietrich is a loyal PA guy and he's raced there forever. Like, so I don't know. For me, it looks seamless on the TV. Yeah, it's like a little work area thing. He got back out in time. I don't know, man. So that's a big talking point in the PA scene right now, I think. Well, from social media, he's a very vocal guy and he only wants the best for sprint car racing from all accounts normally. Like, he's very, very thing. You just think it's weird that they didn't really mention that. And, like, I was watching the live stream on PA Posse TV and, like, the commentators, no one said anything about it. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, you would think they would have made some sort of mention to it. Like, the thing is, like, if the pits were closed, like, he would have known that if it was communicated. Like, he wouldn't have gone in there. Like, that's, I don't get that. No, I get where he's coming from. Like, it's not just a hobby. Like, it's a full-time job for a lot of those guys. And it's a lot of time away from their family. So, yeah, that's that's shit, and he's definitely, obviously not enjoying his racing, which you don't want anyone to not enjoy their racing, because it's something that we all do to chill out, and it sucks. Really.
Yeah, it just sucks, man. Like watching it, it looked like he'd done nothing wrong. Personally, like he just went to his team, fixed it, pushed off. They waited for him, but then to wait for him to come on the track and then DQ him, like why don't you just tell him in the pits, mate? Well, like you're not going back out. The pits, blah blah blah. So obviously a lot of miscommunication there, like from somewhere, like either driver, teams, whatever. Like, you know, was there a work area? Was there not? Like, who knows? I don't know if there was. They didn't say he returned to the work area or blah, 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 you know. So, yeah, a bit disheartening, I thought. Anyway, so to watch any of the PA racing guys, it's a bit strange, their system, right? So, just for all you listeners here, if you want to watch Williamsgrove, any meet, whether it's Outlaws, I don't even think High Limit go to Williamsgrove because of it, right? But it's on Dirt Vision. So any PA race that's at Williamsgrove or Outlaws is all on Dirt Vision. Then you go to Tracks Port Royal, is only on Flow. Doesn't matter if it's a weekly show or High Limit there, it's on Flow. Then we start to get a bit weird. As soon as you go outside of Port and Williamsgrove, if it's not a World of Outlaws or High Limit racing event, it is now on their new streaming system called PA Posse TV. It's legit like a pay-per-view of Australia, guys. Each event, there's no subscription, you just pay to watch. Like $30, boom. Right? So, yeah, at Sealands Grove, Lincoln, Baps, Path Valley, just anywhere else in PA. I think even Lernerville might be different, but it is PA Posse TV. Right, so especially if any Aussies want to follow along with the Pennsylvania racing or try catch up with some of the Aussies racing there, look out for PA Posse TV, and they normally don't put the replays out on their socials for like 2 to 3 days. So if you want to see what's happening live, you've got to watch it live. So, and again, it's like Cloverview. If you're here in Australia, it's the same deal, you know. And it's normally PA racing normally starts really early, so about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in Perth right now, that's like 7 a.m. hot lap start. So, and they run pretty quick. But yeah, that's sort of that scene now. Now, in that world of Ohio, Pennsylvania, there's some really big speed weeks coming up. We're talking Ohio's like a 8-day, and then a PA is a 10-day speed week. So there is a lot of racing about to be injected across High Limit, Outlaws, Pennsylvania, Ohio. Like, there is big money races everywhere right now, so please look out on socials for all your favourite drivers, updating everything, and even just the series. Joining them up, all right? Because there's some really big racing about to happen. Other racing I wanted to touch on, Binny, was just Cali again, the NARC 410. I really like that series because, I don't know, it just puts on the guys. They just send it. Every race meet. It's at California. They're coming up at Silver Dollar next week. Hectic. Watsonville Speedway. But again, Justin Sanders, just so hard to beat. He's a weapon. So, like, Justin Sanders is a guy to beat there. Shane Golovic second. Dominic Gordon third. Tim Kading fourth. And Landon Brooks is fifth. Now, one of the stories there is Jet Barnes. Now, do you remember that kid from the Chili Bowl? Yep. He is now in a Jason Myers car that he's gone from 360, and I think they've already put him in the 410s because he knew what he was doing. And, yeah, he got a 6 the other night. That's racing scary. These big dogs. So that's scary. Look out for Jet Barnes, man. He is like, I'm going to say, like, this is adamant. I don't know if he's going to be as that gnarly and wide open, but, like, we're talking Corey Day spec. I mean, they're not going to if you had Corey Day and then you see another gasser, you're not going to put, you know, another guy that's just okay in it. Like, you had Corey Day one of the best. So Jet Barnes, I think he's only 15 now. I don't even think he's 16 yet. I don't know, but he I don't know. He's just a weapon. Look him up, Jet Barnes. I think he ran like top 5. He ran the top 5 at the Chili Bowl. Just kid can drive, man. Kudos to him, and he even talks really well. Like, he's been trained now and being moulded. I reckon we might even lose him to NASCAR quicker before he even has a real crack in sprint cars. They'll be like, oh, yep, see, Jeff Gordon will go, all right, come on, let's see, mate, straight to Hendricks. You know, like Corey Dale will move to NASCAR and he'll just slide in there. Watch. We might not even get to see full potential in dirt. But, yeah, so that's sad. But is there anything else, Benny, this week that sort of caught your eye?
Now, this is... I'm going to touch... Not in the Speedway world, no.
No, oh, sorry, I was just muted there. So not in the Speedway world. So before we leave the Speedway world, Knoxville again, let's just run through that. Oh, my God, Ryan Timms, look out for him. Again, he won the 360 on night before and then the 410. And I think he, just passed Austin McCall with about 3 laps to go. Running absolutely ridiculous lines at Knoxville. Diamonding, crossing the bottom. I do not see him missing out on the top 5 again at the Knoxville Nationals. That's a fair call. I don't know if he'll go back to back, but I don't see him missing the top 5.
I'll agree with that. I reckon he's a guaranteed top 5 for the Nationals. And it's funny, like, you think going into last year's Nationals, he just wanted to make the damn feature and he made it and bloody won it. So, like, this year, I think, as much as he'd love to go back to back, I think he'd be pretty happy with the top 5 again. So,
yeah, crazy, man. Like, if you haven't listened to that episode, guys, I caught up with Ryan Timms just before he came to Australia last season and talked about him winning the Knoxville Nationals and going through his day. Like, he is such a good talker, but he took on the episode, he takes you through like you're there at the Knoxville Nationals with him. It's a really good episode. I was just sitting there going, oh my God, I'm there. I can feel it. I wasn't even talking. It was probably good. So if you don't like listening to me, well, yeah, go and listen to that one. So Ryan Timms at Knoxville, amazing. Like, I literally, because, I know him now. He came to Australia. I met up with him. It was awesome. But now, like, when he's at, like, I watch Knoxville to go, like, come on, Timms. Let's go. Send it, you big dog. You know what I mean? Lernerville had a Western PA Speed Week feature. Guess who won there, Benny? Go on. Just guess who won at Lernerville. I'm going to throw it out to you, a little guess. Do you remember last season or whatever, there was a race where he beat everyone and he had a wing that was just full tilt spec?
Oh, who was that?
Yeah, who was that? Listeners, might you know? It was a red car. He's an older outlaw, like a legend. Still running and still winning.
Brian Brown?
No, Dale Blaney. Come on, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Dale Blaney started 5th and won at Lernerville. Jeremy Weaver 2nd, Mark Smith 3rd. AJ Fleck up 10 spots to the Lernerville specialist. And Dan Schettler in 5th. But yeah, Dale Blaney still getting it done, bro. What a weapon.
Was he trying anything different? Did he have a wild wing on?
I didn't see much of that. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, just when the guys still got it, like, it just shows sprint car racing. Like, even like back in the day in Australia, like Gary Rush raced for till a very long time, still a winning driver near the end. Steve Kinzer only the last few years wasn't winning as much, but won some features. So it's a crazy sport, bro. It is gnarly. So besides that, what caught your eye, and then we'll go into our individual best moments to wrap up the episode.
Well, something from last weekend, the Indy 500 finish.
That was epic. You sent that to me. I love it because you watch all that stuff and you just send me the good shit. And it's like, heck.
Yeah. Just to see, like, 200 laps they do around that place, and to come down to the finish like that, it was a photo finish for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Like, that's how close that place always makes things. And it's just crazy to see how much of a crowd they get for that event. I think Ryan from Lockdown Apparel was all there, and some of the videos he was putting on social media was just insane with, like, things that were going on down around the track. And then the other thing that caught my eye was actually Shane Van Gisbergen in the NASCAR today got a top 5 on an oval. So I tell you what, if you're one of the Americans and you're watching Shane Van Gisbergen at the moment, I'd start getting worried because I think that guy is only going to get better and he's still got a lot more years in him. So,
what do you mean get worried? Just jump on the bandwagon. Just get on it now. Surely guys are starting to get on it. Like the road racing, they're like sitting at home going, well, my guys won today. How good? Before it starts. But then now you start to see these results. I'm telling you, there has to be murmurs about these guys are going, SVG's getting this shit done, eh? Like, and now when we talk about this, perfect example here, mate, is we talk about how their points championship is now. He might just have to run a top 10 if he, you know, is in the right spot at the right time of the championship at the end. He, like we seen it the last season with the finish between Larson and Hamlin, it wasn't about winning, it was just beating each other. Yep. So, do you think we might ever see an SVG NASCAR championship the way it's going? That's hard, eh? It could happen. How their point series happens.
It could happen, but I just don't, not yet. Like
I didn't say this season, relax. I just said if he ever gets it done.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely see him becoming a champion of that series. But I feel like he's starting to get the hang of those sort of, like those medium sort of tracks, not the big super speedways, but those sort of tracks that you're still pretty much on the throttle, but you need to have that little bit of throttle control to get through the corners. Like Charlotte, turn 3 and 4, you've really got to sort of get through those corners with like a little bit of throttle control compared to 1 and 2 where they're just flat out pretty much. But yeah,
listeners, listen to this bloke. Now he's got iRacing and thinks he knows how to, like, soon he'll be on the headpiece for SVG. Just watch the throttle, mate. Yeah, you just got to go for a 3 and 4 relax there.
Your throttle,
like
races are wrong.
I won here last night on a C-class race. Just let me do it. All right, just inside.
I can tell the listeners that I actually still have a better dirt racing I rating than Max Verstappen. So I'll just put it out there.
That's your claim to fame. Just letting everyone know I still have a better dirt oval than Max Verstappen. So
just saying. I think I've got 4 victories on dirt. He's got none. So I
don't even think he's touched it. Doesn't his iRacing say it? Oh, I'm actually going to not ruin it for the listeners. If you're an iRacing guy, just go and check out Max Verstappen's dirt oval compared to Biddy's. All right. Oh my God. All right, brother. Well, let's get straight into it. To finish it off, of course, our proud partner, BK Racing Performance Products. Thank you, Brendan, and the team over there. Binny, what were in your BK Racing top 3 performance? Wait, that sounded bad. Let's say that again. It's near the end. I'm tired. What were your top 3 BK Racing Performance Products moments of the week? What do you got?
Number 1, I am going to start with Audrey Larson winning her race and doing the Kyle Busch bow in tribute of him.
That's pretty cool.
I thought that was just really cool, and there's a lot of videos going around at the moment of Owen Larson going up to Brexton at Charlotte to sort of give him a hug and see if his mate's all right. So I just think that was a really cool moment of this week. Let me just go through my notes to get my second thing. Sorry.
Mate, the listeners are bored in the car now. Come on, Binny.
Wait. Number 2, Kyle Larson. Absolute animal. I think he went back to 20th multiple times and still came through to come second. And number 3... I'm going to just put it out there, SVG's 5th at Nashville today.
All right, mate. Like, if you just want a free Larson shirt, maybe just hit him up or something. Like, you don't have to go full Larson. I was waiting for you to go, oh, and Kyle Larson also won stage pseudo or some shit.
Well,
Like,
the first moment was pretty cool to say.
okay, yeah, I get it. And we know you're like, if there was a Larsonite mascot, that's you. Yeah, I know, but like, I get it. And I don't blame you. He's a weapon. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing. All right, my top 3 BK Racing performance products moments of the week. Number 1, I will say the incident between Aaron Reutzel and Tanner Thorson just was at the heat of the moment. It was crazy. It was like the top guys in points with Rico. Then Rico wins. Like, it was a crazy high limit night. And it was even funny. They put out on the socials, Tanner Thorson put it out. So they've obviously chat. They must be mates. And it was like Bad Boys for Life. They'd put like an AI poster up on his story and Reutzel even shared it. So if you, it's so good. I took a screenshot of it. So if you watch it on YouTube, it's like funny as. Like, just so, you know, they were holding water pistols too. So that's cool. But it was just a massive moment, I thought. And then Rico to go on to win. Number 2 for me, it's hard not to say, you know, Newey's third at Lincoln. It's a great moment for the week in the Aussie scene. We love seeing the Aussies go so well. And then number 1, I'm just going to say it was Carson MACEDO versus David Gravel at River City. Oh, what a race. Like, even Cole MACEDO, I felt was cheering, but that track and just, it was such a good race. And Carson MACEDO coming from deep to get the win from 9th was mega. So that was good. So, yeah, they're pretty much my moments. We got heaps of stuff coming up this few weeks. Yes, I've seen it, Binny. There's going to be so much racing. We're going to try to do our best to do one a week because I feel like now we're in a moment, if we miss an episode, like, we miss 12 races, it feels like. So, depends. Binny and I might knuckle down if, like, maybe we might do some shorter episodes. I don't know, I haven't even spoke to you about that, but I thought about it just saying. What if we did some short episodes on like 4 nights of Houston's and then just do a Houston's episode that might go for 20 minutes and then move on? You know, like maybe just to fit in our work schedules and stuff, because I feel like there's going to be so much happening where the episodes might blow out to an hour and a half for one weekend because there's like 5 things going at once. So we'll work it out for you guys. And I really thanks for the support. Subscribe and listen wherever you need to. So what are we going to touch on there, Binny, just before we finish up?
Another moment, it sort of got a bit downplayed because weather sort of ruined it. But Dane Kingshot's debut over in America in a 410. I think he went out for his hot lap session and actually topped his group. Is that correct?
He got qualifying in. He went 4th in his qualifying group. I'm not sure about hot laps. But, yeah, they literally... So what happened there? I was watching it. And there was no rain, but apparently... And I've heard this, what happens around Houston's is they get like these tornado storms, right? And so they had the 305s run their heats and 410s are about to start. I think they were trying to pump it through, but like it was taking too long and 410s didn't even hit the track and they were like, okay, everyone now is postponed. There's really bad weather coming. Everyone start to get out of here. It's about to get bad.
Yeah.
So, which, I don't know, they tried to get the event in. I don't know why they just didn't call it from the start. But, yeah, so apparently it gets that bad at Houston. Remember a few years ago we seen it flood and all the trucks stuck in there and shit?
Yeah.
Well, apparently it gets that bad on the roads, like, you can't even drive. You have to stop and go inside like a restaurant or something.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like a hurricane weather. So, pretty gnarly. In between Knoxville and Houston, apparently it's like a really bad weather zone. Like, it's either 0 or 100. So, but yeah, it's cool. He did say he's there for 3 months. So I think we're going to see Dane like that. Obviously, if it's 3 months now, June, that probably sees him at least maybe to the Knoxville Nationals. I don't know. I don't know exactly Dane's travelling period yet. We talked a little bit over Messenger and just I wanted to try to get him on the show, but he was like, "Oh, we'll try to do an episode when I'm over there." I was like, "Hectic," because we'll get some info on everything. But yeah, he's in the ride that Donny Schatz was in last year, that green car. It's back on the 3, so if you're used to Tim Kading used to drive it, all that type of stuff. So yeah, it's really cool, man. And I think even remember you said Kyle Larson said it, like it'd be cool to see Dane King shot in America. So I think Kyle Larson's praise of him has sort of, lit up some ears and went, who is this guy? Let's try to get him over here. And his crew chief, Matty Cochran, has gone with him too. So that's awesome. Matty has a lot of experience in America too. On the other podcast episode I did with Matty, if you want to listen to his experiences in America, just going there, risking everything, quitting his job, trying to get, some crew jobs and everything before he even started with cricket. So, yeah, Matty's had a lot of time over there, worked with the World of Outlaws, and, yeah, just that was a really good episode too. So look up that one, and you'll go like, oh, Dane's in some good hands here. Matty's a bit experienced over in America. So that'll be good. That'll be good, Benny. Massive racing this weekend. Is there any bold predictions for you over this next week of racing or this big period?
The high limit series points to change leader 3 times.
So over this massive speed week sort of deal they're doing, you think we're going to see 3-point changes? And does that mean like it could go Reutzel back to Rico, back to Reutzel, like that type of deal? Or you think like another drive will come out of nowhere?
Nah, it'll be 3 lead changes. So it can be, Reutzel loses the lead, Rico goes to the top, and then it swaps around again. But I reckon it'll be 3 times.
Okay, all right, that's a pretty bold one. That is bold. I like it. My bold prediction is the 2 big shows, Massachusetts and Skagit, and non-outlaw or high limit guys win both of those shows. So I think 2 upsets.
Yeah,
that's my bold prediction. It's going to be hard because they're so good, but I think like we'll see like not a high limit guy or outlaw guy win at Houston, which that's probably not going to happen. Okay, maybe not. I'll run that one back because I said Rice was going to win it. So a non-outlaw guy to win Houston. So that could be high limit or whatever. But I definitely think a local or someone different is going to win at Skagit. It'd be sick if J-Mac did go back. I don't know if he is, but that'd be sick if he goes and win. Be fully sick. And massive speed week, guys. I'm telling you, just keep on socials. We're going to do our best to keep it updated. So, yeah. I think that's us for today. Bin chicken? Chicken?
That's me. The bin chook.
So, you guys, remember, like and subscribe on all the channels, and please just follow and share it to your mates that like Speedway too. Why not? Coney, you legend.